I carefully broke down the football matches step by step and built two strong accumulators, selecting the most reliable options. Also, we are putting together a crazy parlay with insane odds of 105 from 4 selections, so make sure to watch till then. So let's not waste a second, let's get into the noise. First accumulator, first event, Turkey versus Romania. And at first glance everything looks obvious, but if you properly break the match down, the picture actually becomes even clearer for specific betting angles. Look, Turkey right now genuinely look like a team that has grown into the levels where they should be winning games like this without unnecessary stress. Yes, they didn't get past Spain, but they still gave them a fight. 2-2 away, and that already shows their level. Plus at home they comfortably beat Bulgaria 2-0, with XT of 2.28, DS 0.45, meaning they didn't just win, they controlled the game. And overall 7 wins in their last 10 matches, that consistency. But the most important thing is the squad. Güler, Yildiz, Calhanoglu, Aktukoglu, this is no longer just a solid national. This is a team with real attacking quality that can decide moments. Now Romania. Honestly, it's a simpler story. Yes, they smashed San Marino 7-1, but let's be real. That doesn't mean anything. As soon as the level rises, problems appear. 1-2 against Bosnia, and even with the red card factor, they didn't cope. Plus away 4. 3 matches without a win, and that's already a battle. And another key point. The difference in quality is noticeable. Turkey have multiple players performing at the top European level. Romania have a very few. And in matches like this, that usually makes the difference. Buddy, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I post match analysis every day and I try to make sure my subscribers stay in profit. I also always appreciate reasonable criticism and your own well-earned picks in the comments. I read everything. Thanks for the support, let's keep going. But there is one nuance you can't ignore. Head-to-heads and overall stat. The last 5 meetings all went through BTTS no and low totals. And that makes sense, because Romania against stronger teams tends to sit deep and slow the game down. Plus Turkey, despite their attacking potential, sometimes had defensive issues, conceding around 2 goals per game recently. But the key question is whether Romania can actually use that, and I have serious doubts. I see the scenario like this. Turkey can control from the first minutes, dominate possession, press with quality and home atmosphere, and it's really tough to play there, score their goal and then manage the game. Romania are not a team that will open up and go forward. More likely they try to keep the scorelines close, so I'm not expecting a shootout here. Final take. Handicap Turkey -1 in the accumulator. They are simply stronger and should handle this at home. For a riskier play, I would go for a clean sheet win. Romania under 0.5 goals at odds 2, because they lack attacking resources. And for the crazy parlay, I'm taking home win plus under 2.5 goals at 3.8. A controlled Turkey win without chaos looks very realistic. Guys, here's my Telegram and my stats. I work as transparently and honestly as possible. I even pay taxes as an individual entrepreneur. I am one of the few in this space who actually works openly and fairly. The link is in the description below. First accumulator, second event, Denmark versus North Macedonia, and this is one of those matches that looks simple on paper. But when you break it down, you understand exactly how Denmark should win and where the betting value is. Look, Denmark are not in perfect form. 2 matches without a win, a 2-2 draw with Belarus, where they should have won easily, and a 2-4 loss to Scotland, where the red card changed everything. But here it's important to look beyond results. They still create a lot, averaging 3+ goals per game recently, and that's key. Their attack is working, it's more about consistency and concentration. Now North Macedonia. A simpler picture. Yes, they got here through the Nations League, but in terms of real level, it's modest. The 1-7 loss to Wales shows how they collapse against stronger teams. Even the 1-1 with Kazakhstan was not convincing, with nearly equal XG. Overall stats, 1.4 scored, 1.2 conceded. A cautious team without a margin for error. So putting it together, Denmark at home after 2 poor results. This is a must-respond situation. They are far stronger in attack, and even if their defense isn't perfect, Macedonia don't have the attacking quality to exploit it consistently. Yes, Denmark concede lately, But can Macedonia really create enough? I doubt. The likely scenario: Denmark dominate possession, press, create through quality, while the visitors sit deep and try to survive. But I don't expect a crazy 4 or 5 goal blowout. Macedonia will try to keep it tight. So the logic is simple. Denmark win confidently, but not in chaos, just through class and pressure. Final take. Handicap Denmark -1 in the accumulator. Base option. With risk, Denmark over 2 goals as a single. Very logical given their attacking output. And for the crazy parlay 1-2 plus BTTS at 2.9. Betting on a slightly more open scenario where Macedonia still finds a hole. Second accumulator first event, Poland vs Albania. And this is one of those matches where the favorite is obvious, but if you go deeper, you can understand how exactly it should play out and where the value is. Look, Poland are solid in results. 7 wins in the last 10 matches, plus a draw with the Netherlands, which shows their level. Yes, the 3-2 against Malta was messy, but that's more about concentration than attacking quality. Because offensively they are consistent. They create, they score, and with Lewandowski, one moment can decide everything. Now Albania. An organized, disciplined team, but very cautious, especially late. Key stat: 7 consecutive away matches under 2.5 goals. That's not random, that's their step. Sit deep, slow the game down, don't allow tempo. In theory, if they score first, they can completely kill the game. But the question is, can they? Against England they created nothing. 0-2. Against Andorra barely scrapped the 1-0. That shows limited attacking resources. So the logic: Poland at home, stronger squad, motivation, they will control and press. Albania will sit deep and try to slow things down. In these games, the first goal is everything. If Poland score, they control the rest. If not, it becomes messy. But I'm backing less here. Poland also lead the head-to-head. 4 wins in 5 matches. At home, they don't usually drop these games. Final take. Poland over 1 goal in the accumulator. Base option. As a single 1x plus under 2.5. A controlled, low-scoring game beats the script. And for the crazy parlay, handicap Poland -1.5 at 2.9. Betting on an early goal and comfortable win. Second accumulator second event. Czech Republic, Ireland. And this is a match where stats and form can confuse the picture a bit. But if you calmly break it down, the lively scenario becomes clear. Czech Republic did exactly what was expected. Second in the group behind Croatia. 16 points, overall stable performances. Yes, the loss to Faroe Islands was weird, but acca was 1.42, BS 0.5. Pure inefficiency. So performance-wise, no collapse. Plus the 6-0 against Gibraltar shows they can dominate weaker teams when needed. Now Ireland, more interesting. Results look good. Wins over Portugal 2-0 and Hungary 3-2 with a late comeback. But if you dig deeper, that's more emotional spike than consistency. Away form tells the real story. 6 losses in 10 matches, a clear pattern. At home they can produce big performances, away they often struggle. And here's the key. Czech Republic at home. They don't lose in 5 in the last 7 matches, plus 3 straight home wins against Ireland. Stylistically it makes sense. Czech team is more aggressive, quicker in transitions, and Ireland struggles against that. But I'm not expecting a dead close game here. Czech Republic are not perfect defensively, and Ireland currently find ways to score even in tough matches. Both teams have been scoring regularly, so the scenario looks like chances on both sides. Czech Republic press and create through home advantage and quality. Ireland respond with moments and counters. Not a game where one side completely shuts down. Final take. Over 2 goals in the accumulator. Very solid. With the risk, BTTS yes. Both teams can score. And for the crazy parlay 1-2 plus BTTS yes at 2.9. No draw, goals on both sides looks very realistic. Hope you appreciated this detailed breakdown and dropped a like on this video.